Welcome back! Car concert. Yep, car concert 15. I've been in the car this whole time tuning since the last car concert. If you're watching for the first time, hooray for new viewers! This is my car concert series. I'm Glen. Every week, I do an entire set of music that's based on a theme that's determined by you, the audience. And then the set list is populated by requests from you, the audience. It's audience driven. It's car concerts. It's part silliness, music, and part wondering aloud. And yeah, and we'll get to for today is mothers. Hooray! Before I launch into this first tune, I just want to say that I dedicate today's performance to two mothers in particular. First would be my mother, who is my very first guest. Thanks, Mom. She's going to be a guest on the show today. Woo! That's pretty cool. And then secondly, I want to dedicate it to my mother-in-law, Krista, who was just recently in the hospital days. And my heart and lots of hearts in multiple countries have been, hurting and very concerned for her. So sending healing love energy, Krista. Love you so much. And Grandma Helen, I know you're watching for the first time, I think. So hi, Helen. I hope you navigated the computer all right and made it. Let's get it going. This is a whole set of tunes based off of the theme Mothers. Whether you're watching live or watching the recording, please share this on your personal and share it into some of your favorite Facebook groups. It really does help me out in my efforts. I know a girl, she put the color inside my world, and she's just like a maze where all of the walls all continually change. And I've done all that I can to stand on the steps with my heart in my hands. And now I am starting to see maybe it's got nothing to do with me. Fathers, be good to your daughters. Daughters will love like you do. Girls, become lovers who turn into mothers. So mothers, be good to your daughters too. Oh, you see that skin? It's the same she's been standing in since the day she saw him walking away. Now she's left cleaning up all of the mess he made. Fathers, be good to your daughters. Daughters will love like you do. Girls, become lovers who turn into mothers. So mothers, be good to your daughters too. Boys can break, find out how much they can take. Boys will be strong and boys soldier on, but boys would be gone without the warmth of a woman's good heart. On behalf of every man, looking out for every girl, you are the guide in the weight of her world. So fathers, be good to your daughters. Daughters will love like you do. Yeah, girls become mothers and turn into mothers. So mothers, be good to your daughters too. Yes, fathers, be good to your daughters. Daughters will love like you do. Girls become lovers who turn into mothers. So mothers, be good to your daughters too. Mothers, be good to your daughters too. So mothers, be good to your daughters too. Woo! I never thought there'd be a day where I would start a show with a John Mayer song. So you'll all have to forgive me for that. I did it to myself. If you have just tuned in during that first song, I have to keep encouraging because it's important to my success. And encouraging and asking, please share this live stream and share the video if you're watching the recording. It helped me out in my efforts, trying to reach people, trying to earn new fans. You can ring the bell and subscribe. You can like and follow the page. Here's going right into, I think Julie out of Dubuque. Well, Julie lives not in Dubuque. More like East Dubuque. But Julie requested this one. Yeah. Cowboys ain't easy to love, and they're harder to hold. And they'd rather give you a sweet song than diamonds or gold. Lone Star belt buckles, old faded Levi's, and each night begins a new day. And if you don't understand him, and if you don't die young, he'll probably just ride away. So mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Don't let them pick guitars and drive in old trucks. Make them be doctors and lawyers and such. Oh, mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. They'll never stay home, and they're always alone, even with someone they love. Times ain't like nothing they used to be. From the Rocky Mountain to Northeast Tennessee, where the river flows with that dusty cold disease, and the babies whine because they can't find nothing to eat. Oh, but mama, she ain't hungry no more. She's waiting for a knock on the trailer door. It's gonna rock you like a hurricane. It's gonna rock you till you lose some sleep. It's gonna rock you till you're out of a job. It's gonna rock you till you're out on the street. It's gonna rock you till you're down on your knees. It's gonna have you begging pretty please. Gonna rock you like a hurricane. Methamphetamine. Methamphetamine. Yeah. You know, that's a great tune by Old Crow Medicine Show. And in learning it up, it inspired me to want to acknowledge that addiction to methamphetamine, as well as other substances like, I don't know, we could liken it to the crack cocaine epidemic. And, if you aren't already aware, and for those of you who are aware, I'll just remind us, keep in mind that we have science we've studied it, and we understand that these substances are what's known as, addictions or drugs of despair. And rather than getting caught up in some sort of moral judgment of people, because frankly, it's quite likely that someone you already know in your life struggles with addiction, and they're not defined by it, but they're called diseases of despair. That's the term, diseases of despair. And we understand the science behind it, because if you put people in really harsh and unpromising economic conditions, you push people till they break. And I don't mean to paint with too broad a brush. This is just many of the people. It's not all of them. There's lots of different reasons. But it's important to keep that in mind and not be approaching these issues in a punitive manner, because we don't want to push people away. These are our neighbors, someone's family members of our community. And so, we want to bring the diseases of despair out into the light and address them. And oftentimes that means addressing them economically as well. So, as I'm singing a song like this, I want us all to keep that in mind. Gonna rock you like a hurricane. It's gonna do you lose some sleep. It's gonna rock you till you're out of a job. It's gonna rock you till you're out on the street. It's gonna rock you till you're down on your knees. It's gonna have you begging pretty please. Gonna rock you like a hurricane. Methamphetamine. Yep. Goodness gracious. Thanks to everybody who shared pictures of them and their mom in the Facebook group. That was fun. I really enjoyed it. Especially those old-timey black and white photos. Lots of beauty and just a really lovely black and white photo. Lots to look at. If you feel so inclined, you could share a little something about your mom. If you feel so inclined. There's it's such a thing worth celebrating. It's like I said in the description. What a profound and foundational connection to have. We all have to come from our mother. And, and there's some wondering to be done about the fact that, mother and father are actually functions. They're not necessarily completely tied to like gender or anything like that, because it's easy to look at it this way. When you think of all the single mothers in the world, they're doing the fathering too, and whoa, praise be to that. That's a lot of work. There's a lot of mothers out there fathering, and there's also fathers out there who are mothering. There are men who are mothering as well. I'm not sure it happens as frequently as far as I can tell, but it's a thing worth wondering and thinking after. And so, this will be a good one. I got lots of tunes today, folks. There were so many requests. Every week it breaks my heart that I can't play them all. I do my best to present a thoughtful selection. I make little medleys. I've got some real treats for you today, including my very first guest on my car concert, my mom. Mom! That's Mom! She's in the waiting room, digitally. Oh yeah. So I'm going to send this song out to, how about the mothers of like my early girlfriends? It's like we all have early relationships and you learn a lot in them and you mean well, but that's where a lot of us, that's where we, in many ways we can unintentionally hurt each other because we're learning and we're young. And so without trying to be too specific about it, generally speaking, sending this out to some of the mothers of the wonderful humans who I was fortunate enough to date when I was younger. Yeah, this one right here, it goes out to all of the baby mamas, and the mamas' mamas, and the baby's mamas' mamas. Yeah, go like this. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. I never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. I never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. My baby's drama mama don't like me. She be doing things like having them boys from the neighborhood come to the studio and try to fight me. She need a piece of that American buy a bite out. That's my house. I'll disconnect the cable, turn the lights out. Let her know that a grandbaby, not a paycheck. Private school, daycare, shit, medical bills, I'll pay that. I love you, mom, and everything, but see, I ain't the one who laid down. She's trying to rib to start up a custody war. My layers stay down, and she never get a chance to hear my side of the story. We was divided. She had fish fries and cookouts. Child's birthday, I wasn't invited. Despite it, I show her the utmost respect when I fall through. All you do is defend the lady when I call you, yeah. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. I never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. I never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. Me and your daughter got a special thing going on. You say it's puppy love, we say it's fully grown. Hope that we feel this way forever. You can plan a pretty picnic, can't predict the weather. 10 times out of 9. Now if I'm lying, quickest muzzle, throw it on my mouth and I'll decline. King meets queen and the puppy love thing. Together dream about the crib with the Goodyear swing on an oak tree. I hope we feel this way forever. Forever, ever. Forever, ever. Forever, ever. Forever never seems like that long until you're grown and notice that the day-by-day ruler can't be too long. Miss Jackson, my intentions were good. I wish I could become a magician and abracadabra all of the sadder thoughts of me, thoughts of she, thoughts of he, asking what the feeling that her and me had. So much about it, I need some knee pads. It happened for a reason, one can't be mad. So know this, know that everything is cool. And yes, I will be present on the first day of school and graduation. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. I never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. I never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. I never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. I never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times. All right. My sister requested that one. Thanks, Maple. Maple of the good. Cool. Goodness, how's everybody doing out there? Let me know. Let me know where you are watching from and how you're doing. And if you feel so inclined, tell me something about your mom. In tune enough, close enough. Okay, so these next few tunes, they're new to me. I've had a really fun time. It's a bit of a weekly cycle of sort of epiphanies and discoveries for me because y'all request these songs. Again, if you're watching for the first time, if you're a new viewer, welcome to the Car Concerts. Every Monday, right here. Woohoo! Yeah, they're theme-based, and y'all determine the theme, and y'all request the song. So, kind of nice to not be in control. Got a bunch of work to do every week, but I'm not really in control, and that's cool. It's kind of there's a relationship to it, and I hope you're enjoying it. And if you're feeling so moved, I just ask for your support, primarily in liking and following my page, subscribing. You can subscribe to my YouTube, please and thank you. That would be great. You can sign up on my email list at riverglenmusic.com. And then, and if you're feeling so inclined, pitch in a few dollars. I'm doing this like like online busking. I send it out to you. I ask you to share it so it can reach more people. And if you like what you're hearing and you want me to know, it's kind of a small dollar donations thing. So pitch in a couple bucks if you're feeling it. It all adds up and makes this a successful effort for me. So thank you. And oh yeah. All right. I'm going in on it. Some of you I'm sure will recognize these. Oh, this one was requested by Freedom. Thanks, Freedom. And then Emily requested the next one. Mother, tell your children not to walk my way. Tell your children not to hear my words. What they mean, or what they say. Oh, mother, can you keep them in the dark for life? Can you hide them from the waiting world? Oh, mother, father, gonna take your daughter out tonight. Gonna show her my world. Oh, father, I'm not about to see your light, but if you wanna find hell with me, I can show you what it's like until you're bleeding. No, I'm not about to see your light, but if you wanna find hell with me, I can show you what it's like. Mother, mother, how's the family? I just called to say hello. How's the weather? How's my father? Am I lonely? Heavens no. Mother, mother, are you listening? Just a phone call to ease your mind. Life is perfect, never better. Distance making the heart grow fine. When you set me out to see the world, were you scared it hurt? Would I try a little tobacco? Would I keep on hiking up my skirt? I'm hungry, I'm dirty, I'm losing my mind. Everything's fine. Freezing, I'm starving, eating to death. Everything's fine. Gotta get that grit. Sorry if that distorted for anybody, but you gotta get that grit in there. Everything's fine. Kind of like the protein powder. Mom, where's the protein powder? Ah! I would not give you false hope on this strange and mournful day, but the mother-child reunion is only a motion away. Oh, little darling of mine, I can't wait for the life of me. Remember a Saturday, I know they say let it be, but it just don't work out that way. And the course of a lifetime runs over and over again. No, I will not give you false hope on this strange and mournful day, but the mother-child reunion is only a motion away. No, I would not give you false hope on this strange and mournful day, but the mother-child reunion is only emotion away. Woo! We made it! Ah, goodness gracious. So, I've got, I guess a few things I wanted to say, which is that if you would like to hear more of my original songs, that's right, I write original music, which many of you watching know, and I will make known to the rest of you that these car concerts, and see, we're on number 15, and this is a new, wow, hi Jessica, my cousin Jesse's watching, that's awesome. So these car concerts are a new thing, and prior to this, I never really played cover music. It just I wasn't moved to do so. Instead, I have been I'll be so bold. I've been one of the harder working musicians out there, cruising around playing all original music for 15 or so years at this point in terms of my originals. Thank you. I take very good care of my skin. I meant to shave for all of you, but I ran out of time. It's the shaving is always the thing. Yeah, I have a concert this Saturday of all original music. Well, I might throw in a nod here or there, but check that out, and it's free as well. I invite you to come in. I'm in the business of earning new fans, and I'm asking for your help in doing that because there's a pandemic. In case you haven't noticed, it's happening, and it's not going away anytime real soon, despite what large business interests would like you to believe, and some conservative state governments. But they're wrong. They're motivated by profit. Let's just call that what it is. So anyway, I am like so many artists. We are forced to do so because there's a pandemic happening, and this is one response. These car concerts is one way of saying, what can I do during a pandemic when I'm technically under a stay-at-home order, which is why I've got the video quality not maxed out. It's kind of throttled down, and I appreciate all the support that you can give me in building now, so that when I am free to get them sweet, sweet internets, what sweet release it will be. I'll show you all how deep my pores can be cleaned or whatever, something. We'll figure it out. But, yeah, so please tune in on Saturday, check out my show, and I'll need a theme for next Monday's car concert. It's never too early to put that out there. Comment your theme suggestions for next week. And, yeah, so let's keep going with the tunes here. This next one, oh yeah, Tanya requested this next one, and then Sarah. So that's pretty sweet. Tanya, who isn't around right now. Tanya's my neighbor, so I see her outside sometimes. But yeah, she requested a song that I had never heard of before, and then just to share some of the chuckles I got out of it, is that I pulled up the Harry Belafonte version of it first, which was just, it made me laugh because it's very like wide vibrato, constant, it's like this never-ending wide vibrato, which I'm being a little bit of a turd, a little bit of a punk, but I was like, this sounds like he's mocking himself. So I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to try my own version of it. And then I'll get into a tune requested by Sarah. And then, drumroll, then my mom's the special guest. So, Mom, this is your heads up. And Jacob, my brother, who's the dude in the chair, this is your one song warning. Cool. So, without further ado, why don't I dive in on a tune that I've only recently heard for the first time? You can let me know what you think about it. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child, long way from my home. Sometimes I wish I could fly like a bird up in the sky. Oh, I wish I could fly closer to my home. Oh, motherless children have a hard time. Motherless children have such a hard time. Motherless children have such a really hard time. A long, long way from home. Sometimes I feel like freedom is near. Sometimes I feel like freedom is here. Sometimes I feel like freedom is so near, but we're so far from home. But we're so far from home. First thing I remember knowing was a lonesome whistle blowing, a young dream of growing up to ride on a freight train leaving town, not knowing where I'm bound. No one could change my mind, but Mama tried. One and only rebel child from a family meek and mild, Mama seemed to know what lay in store. Despite all my Sunday learning, towards the bad I kept turning, till Mama couldn't hold me anymore. I turned 21 in prison, parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried. Mama tried. And Mama tried to raise me better, but her plea denied. Leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. Dear old Daddy, rest your soul, left my mom a heavy load. She tried so very hard to fill his shoes, working hours without rest, wanted me to have the best. She tried to raise me right, but I refused. And I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried. Mama tried. Now Mama tried to raise me better, but her plea denied. Leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. Mama tried to raise me better, but her plea denied. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. All right, Sarah requested that for her mom, Linda. Woo, Linda, you're awesome. Have been for years. You've been OG awesome. So good. So at this point in time, dun 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 dun, woo woo woo, woo doo doo. I don't know what these moves are. They're little dance moves in excitement for my very first guest, my mom. Bring her on. We're gonna hear a song from her. No! Psych! Alright, Jake, send it over.
This is called Flight of the Moonhawk. I know the way of it, it's letting go. I know the weight of it, it's the letting go. No other way of it but to let you go. I can't hear your voice, I can't see your face, but you're not gone without a trace. Making picture books for your mother and your father. You asked me for a drink of water. It was the last time you called me mama. I can't hear your voice, I can't see your face, but you're not gone without a trace. Searching, searching, I don't know where and I don't know when, 'cause there is no there, there is no then, there is no what could have been. I bet my heart skipped a beat, 'cause I was praying for just a peek when I awoke with my lips on your brown cheek. Both our heads were on my pillow yet. Every time I took a breath, you were just a silhouette. I know the way of it, it's letting go. I know the weight of it, it's the letting go. No other way of it but to let you go. I can't hear your voice, I can't see your face, but you're not gone without a trace.
Hey! Hi, Mom! Alright, so, this is... There it is. We're doing split screen! Split screen!
Hey, Reverend. Happy Mother's Day,
Hey,
everybody.
Mom. Wonderfully done.
Having me on the show, Rev.
Hi. Thanks, Mom.
That was a
So,
debut performance. Don't think I could ever perform that live, but thanks for letting me do that.
mm-hmm.
I happen to be in my hometown for the weekend for a few days. Minneapolis, Lake Minnetonka. Sounds rather poetic.
Yeah. Well, so, I don't, I'm not so fortunate as to have many memories of your mom, but let's,
Right?
let's go full carfessional. Carfessionals. What's sorry, Mom, as you know,
Well,
I'm full of terrible ideas. But tell me something about your mom. Let's start there.
Florence Ardella, half Norwegian, half Swedish. We grew up on the lake in Minnetonka. She fried a lot of fish in Crisco and saltines.
Mm-hmm.
We went fishing a lot, almost every night after my dad got home from work in the summers. Caught 30 sunfish, bing, bing, bing. Lay, fry them up.
Mm-hmm.
We hosted a lot of parties because we lived on the lake. You know, a lot of parties out there. She hosted good stuff. Florence. Yeah, she had 4 kids. She was just a lot of fun. She had a great sense of humor.
Aye.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Mom, because something I've been learning, and it's something that we've talked about briefly here and there on the phone, but the importance of, of remembering people, and that's
Right.
the importance of speaking the memories aloud of people, and it's a very old practice among humans to be really good at a story, and not that the story needs to be new as much as there's something of value in go back through some of the same stories. And of course this is like the cheesiest thing to say live on a show, but we should talk more about your mom. And I long for more. um that's it's part of a wondering I'm getting out of a storytelling class I'm taking, that I want to get real source material for it, and to also just be on the receiving end. So let us
So
talk more about your mother, and and that'll be for us. We can only do so
yeah,
much confessional, but let me make known to those who are watching that my mom is also a midwife. And so, Mom, if you would, I'd invite you to share a few words, and let people know about. Well, I don't want to tell you what to share, but you choose what to share. But the fact that you're a midwife and you're present, and you can share the numbers of how many births and all that, but just to be present as people, as their babies are born and they become a mother in that way with a baby on the outside, because I'm
yeah.
I as a human who won't bear a child inside, I can think of really of all the like blow your mind type things that I can imagine. The thought that you can grow life inside, and then that life will come outside, and then you can interact with it. Ah, that's crazy. That has to be
Yeah.
one of the most mind-blowing thoughts. So, as a what do you want to say about being a midwife?
Well, I mean, yeah, the emergence of the baby, it's so awesome, but it's not an emergency. And we always want to treat it like an emergency, or that pending emergency. And, from my heart about being a midwife is just that we don't honor women enough about childbirth. There's men in other cultures who I think simulate the struggle with the I don't. There's lots of different cultures with men going through those kinds of things, simulating that struggle, and then coming out the other side, and then we give them ticker tape parades or something, and mothers are just like, well, here's your baby, what's her name and how much does
Mm-hmm.
she weigh? Instead of just like bowing down and going, you just did the greatest ritual of all times, and
Yeah, which
it could be done better.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I'm gonna take this opportunity to kind of fold this into um, a bit of the political commentary, which frankly, folks, I got a lot of it from my mom. I got a lot from my dad too, but a lot of it comes from my mom. And so I want to take this second because part of this show is always, it's wondering aloud and it's commentary on what's happening. And so I guess what's coming to mind, and I freestyle all this stuff, but what's coming to mind with what you just said, Mom, about trusting, and it's this beautiful process that evolution, it's been refined over how many unknowable years and generations. In terms of, and I'll speak for the U.S. because that's the audience that I'm predominantly speaking to, but it's a bit of a North American audience. But in the politics of the U.S. right now, it seems like the word that is being used as this sort of high watermark of bipartisan commitment and commitment to doing some real work is the word infrastructure, right? That's
Okay.
that's this word that keeps getting tossed around like one thing Republicans and Democrats can agree upon, as if there's only Republicans and Democrats. Number one, I used to be a Democrat, but I still primarily vote with the Democrats. But that infrastructure is this word that gets held up as like, oh, here's what we can all agree upon is infrastructure. And from what you just said, the thought that occurs to me is, what could be a more basic foundational piece of infrastructure than child making? It's the human infrastructure. And then I only need to tug on that thread once more to arrive at another thought that is like, okay, if child making, which is also, menstruation, menstrual cycle, it's all of this in there, I know I'm not saying this to you, Mom. I'm saying this like as one of my bang my head against my car window. Why are feminine hygiene products a luxury? Why are they taxed like a luxury item? If it's the most foundational piece of human infrastructure, you can't have bridges and roads if you don't have humans. The animals trust other forces of nature to create their bridges and roads, and they don't need to be so invasive like we do. So it's not just roads and bridges and buildings, it's the human infrastructure, which is,
right.
Anyway, yeah, why pink taxes, Ellen says. Yeah, charging luxury tax rates for the thing that you wouldn't exist if it didn't happen. So I guess that's just my quick moment to get up on a soapbox with my mom and say that's some bullshit. And that's going to take a lot of conversation and engagement, with politicians all the way down to the local level to find out who's going to support changing that and voting for those people. We got to call for it. We can't expect those changes to just arise. Even if we're making a racket, we have to apply very direct pressure.
And I don't know if it was the last show or the show before when you did some other stuff about menstruation, and I just want to thank you for that because there's so much shame around it, and we just need to take the word. It's just a function.
Right. And yeah, I guess to double down on that, like if you're a viewer out there, whether you're watching this live or the recording, if you identify as a man or you are a human who has a penis, and by which I'm saying you don't menstruate, especially in the way that we are educating, our younger family members and community members. We've all got work to do to not be shaming menstruation and treating it like something gross. It goes so far, and I'm going to really go for it now. It goes so far as to say that, the situation currently is so bad that to even say that making love during menstruation, that lovemaking, that's a thing that happens. And I'm not telling everyone that you have to, of course not, but that's how bad it currently stands, that to many people, especially many young people out there, I bet they don't even fathom that lovemaking occurs during the menstrual cycle, and that, blood being involved in it, it's not gross. So I'm taking it there. My brother is messaging me. The dude in the chair approves. So we're going all the way there. Let's I think that's where we'll leave it, Mom. It's been an absolute pleasure.
I want to wish a get well to Krista, too.
Yay! Oh, and I saw Krista commenting. I love you, Mom. There's no better way on the first guest ever than my mom, and we'll leave it there. I love you so much.
Thank you. Have a good show.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, well, folks, that was crazy, right? We had our first guest, which doubly means thank you to my brother Jacob, who's the dude in the chair, making all this happen, moving the screens around. We've got just a couple more. So what I'll do now is take these earbuds out. I don't need those. And by the way, folks, that's my mom. I love her so much. Thanks for being my very first guest, Mom. Put it in the record books. So it would make sense to go from there to a song that John Lennon wrote for his mother. Why not? A song written for a mom. Half of what I say is meaningless, but I say it just to reach you, Julia, Julia, ocean child, call me. So I sing a song of love, Julia, Julia, seashell eyes, windy smile calls me. So I sing a song of love for Julia. So I sing a song of love for Julia. Now, that being John Lennon, and I know that many of you out there are huge Beatles fans, and I am pretty sure that most of you out there know that it often comes down to this like Beatles, Stones, Stones, Beatles, Beatles, Stones, Stones, Beatles, blah blah blah, and that's a fun conversation to have. I'm not hating on that because that's a fun thing to do. I happen to be a little bit more Beatles, although I did have a relationship end, and I was driving in the car, and Beast of Burden came on, and for about 4 minutes, I was Stones all the way. It was awesome. First time that's ever happened. But I'm mostly Beatles. And I'm mentioning this because they had other contemporaries, lest we forget their contemporaries. And so I think Jamie requested this next one, and she said it's a weird song for a show about mothers, and she's like, but I'm a mother and I like it, and frankly, that's a fantastic reason to play it. So this one goes out to Jamie, who's a mom, who likes this song. And it's by the Monkees. And yeah, I guess I'm just wrapping my head around, and I haven't checked like the exact years when this came out, but just generally speaking, you got the Beatles and their early stuff of like, I want to hold your hand. And they're known for tunes like that. But listen to this tune by the Monkees. Whoa! I'll do my best. Ask your mommy and daddy what happened to the Indians. How come they are all living in places with too much snow or sand? Tell your mommy I got a funny feeling deep inside of me. Ask your daddy, is it really as bad as people make it seem? Wata ticka too too, wata ticka ta too too, wata ticka ta too too, wata ticka ta too too. Ask your mommy why everybody swaps all those little pills. Ask your daddy, why doesn't that soldier care who he kills? After they've put you to sleep and tucked you safely in your bed, whisper, mommy and daddy, would you rather that I learned it from my friends instead? Do you think I'm too young to know, to see, to feel, or hear? My questions need an answer, or a vacuum will appear. Don't be surprised if they turn and walk away, and tell your mommy and daddy that you love them anyway. Tell them you love them anyway. Tell your mommy and your daddy that you love them anyway. That you love them anyway. That you love them anyway. Tell your mommy and daddy. Do 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 do. And that one gets to be the song this show that doesn't have an ending, so I'm just dropping it. Boom! But thank you, Jamie, for requesting that, and I'll keep thinking on that one. Listen to the original recording, folks. It's, I don't want to say creepy, but it's very impactful the way the tone of the voice. Ask mommy and daddy. Ooh, ooh, it'll get you. Okay, so we have just a couple more songs. We are gonna go a little bit over time, but hey, it's me. I go over time all the time. In fact, I will acknowledge there have been a couple shows. I'm thinking of a couple different years at the Digdome where I started a show at midnight and it was like supposed to be like an hour long and then we ended up going for like 4 hours. And I caught some flack for that, and I was having such a good time. The audience was having such a good time. That happened in New Orleans too. You get me going, pull start, and I can't stop, once I'm connected to an audience, which is why I ask for your support in sharing and engaging and commenting and leaving a tip because, as I'm sure you can imagine, I'm playing to my computer. And so when you comment and when you share and when you, give a couple bucks, small dollar donations, grassroots support, it's the reciprocation and it comes back to me and I get to feel something. And so I appreciate that and I ask you for it. So thank you very much. And it rewards, the work I'm doing. I trust that you'll be there to reciprocate. And that's what fuels me to do this work each week. So we've got just a couple more. What I want to ask right now, because the theme is mothers, there was some jokes made about a mother. Like what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a mushroom, but a mother that makes kombucha. And what I want to do is demonstrate what it's like to just. So what I'm going to ask of all of you, those watching, why don't you go ahead and comment anything you know about kombucha or mothers or the kombucha making process or what you love about kombucha. Start making those comments, and I'm going to write a song in real time in front of you about kombucha, because that's also a mother. So go ahead and comment about kombucha, and I will that's what a mother looks like. Also known as a SCOBY. A SCOBY. And pretty neat is that SCOBYs, when they're not in use, if you didn't know this, if you're not a kombucha maker, if you're not granola enough to be making your own kombucha, if you're not riding the booch train, booch, the SCOBYs, when they're not actively consuming sugar, they live in SCOBY hotels. How fun is that? SCOBY hotels. That's the name of the place they sleep in. Well, that's not a SCOBY hotel because that's letting light in. But anyway, nice. Thanks for trying, Jake. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, so I'll aim for something easy. We'll go like the kombucha blues. And it'd be like, I don't know, my baby walked in the room. Oh, she looked at me and she said, River, honey darling, where the fuck is my tea? Oh, I'm cursing up a storm now. And I don't know what to do, 'cause my baby's got kombucha blues. Now I took a SCOBY from the SCOBY hotel. I held my nose 'cause it's not my favorite smell, and I put some black tea on the stove, and I gave it some heat, and I stirred it real slow, and then mother ate all the sugar. What's I gotta do? That's why my baby got kombucha blues. So many tasty flavors. Favorite is cayenne lemonade. Yeah. Okay. Real quick, that was kombucha blues. Thanks for playing, folks. I have many times around a campfire entertained and delighted as best I could folks with what I call micro songs, which is just, it's real fun for me to do because my brain is always kicking around. So I ask for, a starter or a theme or a suggestion, and I can, like an improv comic, I can make you a song right on the spot. And perhaps we'll I don't know, perhaps we'll spend a car concert doing that in the future or something. I don't know, because I'm not in control. You are. So get those suggestions in for next week's theme. Please and thank you, especially if you're a new viewer. And if you're watching this, the recording that is, and you're a new viewer, I do a car concert every Monday, 12 noon Central Daylight Time. And the theme is selected by the audience, and the tunes are picked by the audience. And once all the theme suggestions are in, every Tuesday, y'all vote on those themes. So make sure to check out at River Glen Music on Tuesdays, and you can vote for a theme. So I've got one more song here, and then we're going over to YouTube for the encore. And I want to ask that you all follow me over after this next song over to YouTube, because it's meaningful to me that you come over there and subscribe. It's going to be helpful in the long run for my artistic efforts to be streaming there where there can be higher quality. Again, I understand it's not the highest quality right now. I'm under a stay-at-home order, and I'm using what internet I have available to me. And, I'm a rule breaker. I'm a little bit of a free spirit, but not when it comes to the public health. Not during a pandemic. That's not the right way to be a rule breaker. No. So, this next one's kind of fun and playful too. So folks, what I've done is there was so many good song requests. There was too many. And that's such a good problem to have. So what I've done is had some fun with it, and I'm going to demonstrate to you, as I've done before, and I will do again, that music making is a science. A lot of music is very simple math, and I know that some of you already know this, but some do not. So the reason I mention that is that because it's simple math, and you can think about it as these equations of how you can arrive from one place to another, whether it be around the circle of fifths, or whether it be a leading tone going up or a leading tone going down, or blah, blah, blah. I don't want to talk too much shop. But what I've done for this penultimate song is I've taken several of the requests, and I've uprooted them from their original chord progressions, and I've transplanted them onto one chord progression, and I hope that you'll enjoy it. It's a fun and a silly thing, and so, hopefully a few of you will recognize your requests. I'm gonna do it over the chord progression of Take Me Home Country Roads by John Denver, which I never thought I would play ever in my life, even though I recently loved a John Denver song, which you can check out, car concert number whatever. It was Sunshine. There's a fantastic John Denver song. But one of my dearest, oldest friends, Jasper, sent in a request. She's down and just got a very, very fancy job designing hats. So that's pretty cool. And if it's Kentucky Derby season or whatever Derby, I guess I'll put a little promotion for her hat company, and you can maybe order a hat from her. But anyway, I am going to go into this John Denver song, and I'm going to superimpose some of your other requests. So let's see how it goes, folks. I hope you enjoy. And in return, I ask for you to like and follow my page and share my videos, leave a tip. It's all there. Same ask. Whether you're watching live or the recording, I'm still talking to you. Whoa. Okay, let's see how this goes. So be like, almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing in the breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, when I find myself in times of trouble. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she's standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. 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 Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. Mother, do you think they'll drop a bomb? Mother, do you think they'll like this song? Mother, do you think they'll try to break my balls? Ooh, mother, should I build the wall? Hush now, baby, baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna make all your nightmares come true. Mama's gonna put all her fears in you. Mama's gonna keep you right here under her wing. Yeah, right? Mother, should I run? Should I run for president? Mother, should I trust? Nope, should I trust the government? Mother, will they put me in the firing line? Ooh, is it just a waste of time? Kids are different today. I hear every mother say, mother needs something to calm her down. And though she's not really ill, there is a little yellow pill. She goes running for the shelter of mothers. Little helper, and it helps her on her way. It gets her through her busy day. Wow, country roads take me home to the place that I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. Okay, just a couple more words before we move. I want to say thanks because I know not everybody follows us over, but I encourage all of you to follow us over. We're going over to YouTube for the encore. Yeah, hit me with your subscribe, ring the little bell, and follows, please and thank you. I'm trying to build. I'm doing this every Monday. I've got a show on Saturday. Yada, yada, yada. I got to repeat it so much because that's what helps me be successful. So thanks for every little bit. I just want to say as a lure, reeling you in to come over to YouTube. Lots of the internet is, internet humor, which is like fail blog and stuff like that, where you watch people fail. Would you like to see me try something and probably fail? Then you'll want to come over to YouTube right now, because that's what's about to happen. It's going to be, I'm going to do That Queen song. So many people asked for it, so we're doing That Queen song. Booyah.